Welcome back to What Arty Noobs. This is the 212A. It's the Tier 9 Soviet SPG. This one's located on the south spawn of Ghost Town, and it's got 3 marks of excellence on the barrel because it belongs to Oxagon, and game's about to start. Okay, game on. Well, he's got the 203mm howitzer, the top gun, and that's capable of doing 900 alpha and penetrating 52mm of armour. There you go. And it's also got a 10-meter burst radius and a stun duration between 12.5 seconds to 28 seconds. And you've got plenty of ammunition to play with as well. 40 rounds of ammunition. It's a huge amount. One of the good things about the 212A is that it does have a very fast styling, mainly because it has a very narrow arc of fire. It's once you've turned the vehicle towards its target, it makes it very easy to get it dialed in. Rounds out. It lands in front of the ST1, but he did stun it. So if anybody's in position, they might be able to get a shot on him. In the meanwhile, got a couple of enemy tanks over on the west side of the map. A GeForce has popped up. And we're still in reload. Standard reload 37.39 seconds. And Oxagon's got a reload time of 28.06. Very good. So he's dropped about 9 seconds on the reload. He's lining up the shot for the GeForce. Fires it in and gets a direct hit. And he picked up 444 hit points of damage from that shot. And loads of stun assist as well. So that was a very useful shot. And you can see he's still heavily stunned. But over on the east side of the map, we've noticed 2 enemy tanks have moved into residence next to the ship. One of them's a Leopard prototype, the other one's a GeForce, and that's bad news because both of them got 105mm guns, and one of them's an autoloader. That shell landed next to the GeForce, and he stunned him, but he's only managed to get that 126 hit points. He didn't get any stun assist off that one. Moving further up the hill. Looks like our strength tends to be on our west side of the map on this one. Although we do have some fairly good coverage over on this side. In fact, the Leopard prototype's pulled back. So he's probably not happy on that corner. There's the GeForce. Came a bit far over there, and he gets splashed for 285. Yes, you shouldn't commit yourself like that, especially if you've been spotted, but he didn't know that he'd been spotted. And then the 3-second mark came on and he actually pulled back a bit, thinking, oh, I'm in danger. Now he's gone back to the other side, hoping he's still unspotted, and now he's gone unspotted. And it's only now that our teammates actually in the AMX 1390 asked for us to fire on him. But there's some damage on the Leopard prototype, and I'm sure he'll be happy about that. In fact, it looks like the GeForce is actually headed north, so he's not participating as a medium now. He's actually decided to act as a tank destroyer, which is technically what he should do. And that GeForce also died. I think that may have been the one that was over on the other side of the map earlier. Okay, gone to the town because there's not a lot holding the enemy back in the town. We've got a Leopard in there and a 50 TP. Now the Leo is not really a heavy and shouldn't really be used as it. If you're going to brawl, it's not the tank to brawl in because it doesn't have much in the way of armor. He's trying to confront tanks which have got huge armor like the Badger and the 50 TP, and that's just going to be bad news for the Leopard unless he's very careful. Yeah, that 50 TP is going to have him for lunch if he's not careful. We're loaded. Okay, just line up the shot. Rounds out. Looks good. It's a hit. 303. You see Oxagon's making use of every shell he's got available to hit as many enemies as he can. Of course, he knows that the more tanks you hit, the more chance you've got of getting a Confederate. And of course, the more chance you've got of helping your teammates to get damage on enemy tanks. Because if they're stunned, they're slowed down. He's now going for the 121B, rounds out. Just misses him again. Well, he hadn't hit that guy before, but it's a good job he did stun him, keep him stunned. And there goes the Badger. The Badger just died, taken out by our Object 430U. And there's the 121 holding that corner. Now, that's a difficult shot because the position that Oxagon's in at the moment, he hasn't got an angle on that, but he can hit this M48 Patton, who's now trying to defend himself against our teammates who are up in the corner. So we're going to put a round in there. That should help stop that M48 Patton. Rounds out, and yes! A good hit, solid hit for 330, and I'm pretty sure that he did burn his repair kit there to get back into cover because he'd overextended himself. But he has got a pal up there. He's got another 121B up there, which is full health. And so we're going to have to stun both of those guys if we can. Almost loaded again. It's right up from one end of the bat to the other to fire this round in. Long shot. And he stuns both of them, and it pays off. And there's the kill. So the M48 Patton is now out of the game, and that gives our guys the hill. And there's only one end. Oh, actually, the 121B wasn't killed. Sorry. I thought he was out of the game, but he wasn't. He's the last one up there. But we can... Oh, he's making a run now. He's trying to come down to take on both these guys face to face. He was trying to use the topography there to help him. Rounds out, and... Well, that slowed him down, 193, and he gets killed afterwards. So he's getting loads of stun assist here, helping out his teammates. There's only 3 enemy left. The team has been fairly successful. It's not loaded yet, but I think he wants to try and put around in that 50 TP if he can. And he's now one shot. This might be his only chance to get a kill. Oh, he gets killed before we can shoot. So we're going over to the other enemy in the town centre, which is a 60 TP, and he just fired. And there's a 268 version 4. It's going to slow that guy down instead. And a direct hit. You see, he's using the standard HE with the stun, because the stun really does build up your score and give you a good chance of getting an excellent result out of the game. The enemy are clinging on now with that 268 version 4 and the 60 TP. We can't get a shot on the 60 TP because he knows where he's safe, and he's not safe. Oh, now he's come out to the open. We're actually better off going after the 268 version 4, and he just unloaded, so he's in load. And if we can stun him right now, that will slow him down. 268, good hit. More stun. And he's out of the game, so he got the rest of that as stun assist, and that makes a big difference. There's only the 60 TP left now, and I think he's about to get, yeah, it's caught in the crossfire. Here we go. 1390's coming to dump his magazine into the rear of the 60 TP. We're loaded. Rounds out. Long shot. And he slows the guy down, tracks him. And I think he's given up now because, yes, he's not moving. He's not even trying to fix it. And that's the end of the game. Well, here's the end of the first battle. Yes, there's more than one in this replay in this video. He managed to get an ace tanker in the 212A on the Ghost Town map, Oxagon. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this one, he managed to get 17. That's a huge number. And he got a Confederate as well because he hit more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And it really does help if you spread that Arty love all around so that they all get hit by it. And they all know the force of artillery, that it's the king of the battlefield. And we are the ones who actually give our teammates the victory by helping them to get their kill shots. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, the highest damage in that game actually went to the T110E4 on our team with 3,585, but not far behind him was Oxagon with 3,422. Just goes to show the effect that Arty can have. The third highest damage in that game actually went to the 50 TP on the enemy team with 2,854. When it came to kills, it was the T110E4 again who got 4 kills. 3 kills went to the Leopard 1, or one of them that is, and 2 kills went to the other Leopard 1, the AMX 1390, the Object 430U, and 2 members of the enemy team, their 121B and their Object 268 version 4. Oxagon didn't get a single kill in that game, but he certainly did touch a lot of the enemy. You can tell that because look at that. Base XP, he's the only one to get over 1,000, and he got 1,243 as the highest base XP. 983 went to the AMX 1390, and he did get some spotting in that game. Yeah, look at that, 2,267 spotting. So that's why his is so high. 897 went to the Object 430U. Oxagon fired 15 rounds, 4 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations though, unfortunately, but he did get 20 splash. Damage of 3,422 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 11 of the enemy, didn't get any kills, so that's a very high score to get a Confederate with. 3,186 hit points of stun assist of 20 stuns. And it always helps if you stun the enemy and then leave the enemy for your teammate to kill, because then you're going to pick up the stun assist anyway. But it's just a question of actually hitting as many enemies as you can. 41,668 credits on a premium count, and after ammunition, resupply and consumables took away 13,852 credits profit, 1,243 XP for the battle, 3,730 for personal missions payout, and 5,595 experience points altogether. So that's a really good start, and just goes to show that yes, you can sit at the back of the map, but you certainly are having a massive effect on the battle by actually giving the win to your teammates. Let's have a look at the second replay. In the second battle, we've got Oxagon on the Erlenberg map, South Spawn. Still in the 212A. He actually told me, or told all of us, I think actually, that he had a very good session. I think it was 24 wins out of 25 in the session. That's pretty good going actually for any Arty player to get that many wins. I think I've had a good game if I get 5 out of 5, but to get 25 out of 20 or 24 out of 25, I think that's very good. At least I think it was 24 out of 25. I may be wrong, but even so, it's a very high score. Well, 212A designed based on the KV220, which is, you know, one of the preliminary designs of the KV3. Oh, he just got a direct hit on that AMX M454, and look at the drop. You see his hit points have been diminished. Now the KV222, they only made 2 of those tanks, and both of them were lost. So we don't have any examples left, but they do have the designs. They should have actually gone into production with the 212 if the KV220 had actually been approved. Unfortunately it wasn't, and what happened was that they built the KV3 instead, and then of course they went for the IS3 afterwards. Okay, so we're aiming towards the town centre to try and get as much damage as we can on the enemy in there. He's doing his best to keep these guys stunned, and unfortunately they've just gone around the corner there, but he's managed to lob the shell in and stunned a lot of them, which actually, oh, look at that, massive amount of stun assist, huge amounts. He's over 2,300 already in this game by picking the right spot to hit. He's allowing his teammates to get the kills, and he's picking up all the rewards and stun assist. Unfortunately, our Object 279E has now been boxed in, but he's managed to get a couple of them, and we're now aiming for the 705 who stunned him. Now it's up to the 279E to take down this 705. If he can do that, then Oxagon will have benefited to the tune of, well, maybe as much as 4,000 stun assists. And just from a couple of shots. because most of it was done just off 2 rounds. Unfortunately, we lost the TNH. Now, can he place this round in? He does place it correctly, but it hits the building. So he doesn't get anything off that shell. But look at these two here. Got an E3 and an AMX M454, and they've both been hit by our RT, our other RT in the game. There's 2 on our team. The other one's an Object 261. We're waiting for the reload to complete so we can hit them. Okay, rounds out. Going for the M454. Big hit, 317. Our teammates are saying, can you hit the E3? But the problem is that building is well in the way. So the enemy did lose their 705A in the end. We weren't watching it when it happened, but the 279E did actually kill the 705. We're now watching the other 705 on the enemy team, I think. There was it. Oh, well, there goes the AMX and M454. So that's Oxagon's first kill of the game, and now he's got to try and destroy one of the others. And oh, he's settled on the Char Future 4. He's marked around to let his teammates know where he's looking. He's almost loaded, but instead he sees the E3 sitting on the bridge, and that'll make a nice roadblock for the enemy. We'll fire the round in there. Rounds out. Oh, he gets killed before we can hit him. So we're 2 up on the enemy at the moment, and Oxagon's got one of those kills. He's also got just shy of 4,000 stun assists of this game already. That would probably automatically guarantee him an ace anchor, straight out as it is. He's got 1,155 of actual damage as well in the game so far. And that doesn't include the blind shot he made on the AMX M454. Of course, remember, he hit him straight out the bat when he was crossing the river. The enemy have managed to claw back 2 tanks, so the score's even, but we're trying to keep pace. Okay, we've got a low health Char Future. Is it Char Future up there? No, it's the CC1 Mark II. Or was, because he's now out of the game. That's Oxagon's second kill. He noticed that there was a low health enemy sitting around that was relatively immobile, and managed to make good use of his shells to take that one down. This RU251, oh, well, he's gone. That was a bad move by him because he got taken out by a 268 on our team. Rounds out in the Char Future. Oh, another one! A splash kill this time on the Char Future 4. He picked the wrong moment to go past that gap, and Oxagon punished him for it. Now, we know the Gorilla 15 was seen going over the island there. He's probably in the tree line just on the north side of the island. Or north side of the battlements, I should say. Is he going to put a round in there, test the water, see if anyone's around? Oh, there he is! Okay, so he's actually went to the south. Rounds out. This could be a kill shot. Oh, he wasn't a kill shot, but the Gorilla did get wiped out immediately afterwards by the Cobra. So he got the stun assist off that one. He's now up to 3,878 stun assists. There's only 4 enemies left. 2 of those are Arty. And one of the Arty's just been located. Grid square A3. At the moment, he's looking for the UDES 16, which is somewhere in the tree line up on the east side of the map. The enemy Batchat 155-58's gone. The AMX 13105's gone. So we're now looking for the UDES or the Batchat 155-55. There's the Batchat. And it looks like he's going to be dead momentarily. There's the UDES. Lines up the shot, rounds out, looks good. Oh, he gets the stun. So at least he's got the stun assist, and he got a massive amount of stun assist off that one alone. 886, followed by the 111, and the game is over. Well, that was a massive game because he almost got an ace tanker off stun assist alone in that one. At least I think he did. He did get an ace tanker in the game. He got a bruiser medal as well for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 10. And it was a huge game because of the massive placement of those shells in just the right spot to make the difference. And of course, he got 3 kills as well in the game, and some of them were splash kills as well to finish off enemy tanks that were already very, very badly damaged. Let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see the highest damage in the game actually went to the Object 279 early, who got 6,498 yesterday, but are very OP tanks indeed. So he managed to get a huge haul. The second highest was the Object 268, who got 4,393 hit points of damage. And the third highest went to the T110E3 on the enemy team with 3,382. I'm afraid that Oxagon didn't get a huge amount of actual damage in this game. He got 1,932, which actually meant that there was 4 enemy tanks that were ahead of him, 4 on his own team. So it put him in 9th place on damage. 9th. That's very, very low. But on the other hand, he did actually get joint top on kills, because the Object 261 on his team and him managed to get 3 kills apiece. 279 got 3 kills, and nobody on the enemy team managed to get 3. So just 3 players on the team managed to collect 3/5 of the enemy kills on the game. When it came to base XP, he was actually in 2nd place because the Object 279 managed to get 1,286, Oxagon managed 1,175, and the AMX 13105 managed 956. So only 2 players managed to get over 1,000. One of those was Oxagon, but of course that very OP Object 279 was the winner on this occasion. In fact, he got top in all 3 columns, you might say. 13 shots fired, 2 direct hits, no penetrations, but 14 splashes. Damage of 1,932 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 3 of them, and did 4,875 hit points of stun assist off 10 stuns. So an absolutely massive amount of stun assist, and I'm certain that would have been responsible for the ace tanker. He earned 42,216 credits on a premium count, and after resupply of ammunition and consumables, took away 18,494 credits profit, 1,175 XP, and he took away 1,763 experience points altogether. So yet another ace tanker out of that session. Yes, he was really on the boil, you could say. He was getting hits and taking names, and he was doing quite well. So let's have a look at his 3rd game and the last game in our video. The last replay in this video, he's landed in a tier 10 game on the south spawn of Steppes. I think it can be quite reassuring for your teammates when they see an Arty with 3 marks of excellence, because they know that this guy knows where to land the shells to do the most damage on the enemy. Headed off to the corner. It is quite a good position, but obviously the problem with going to the corner is that it's very well known, and you can get trapped over here if the enemy does come down the east side of the map. The other obviously very well known position is that little pocket right up on the back of the map, somewhere around it's K8, I think. Again, very well known position. You can get trapped there, but you do get great angles on the enemy. Going for a tortoise, rounds out. Well, bit of splash, only 63 hit points. Now you may have noticed that he was actually getting, or some of the hits on those tanks actually were coming from his platoon mate, the T30, Soul Collector. He's playing in this game. We've seen him before in some of Oxagon's other videos. They're both in the ENJ0Y clan. Rounds out. Oh, direct hits. Yep, he definitely hit the enemy in that corner. I think it was a 277. But he's now going to go for the T100 LT, who's stubbornly holding onto that rock. Our T100 is very close by. I think he's going to try and hit the gorilla if he can. changes his mind for these guys over here. I think that T100 LT would be a better target at the moment. He's probably still there. Instead, he's decided to go for these two because there's two tanks together, and if he can stun both of them, he might be able to get stun assist. Rounds out, going for the E100. Yes, direct hit. 365, he stunned both of them. Unfortunately, our teammates are not capitalizing on that. The enemy lost their T100, but unfortunately we lost their tank in the center as well. One of our 121Bs. Or is it on the east side of the map, the 121B? Okay, lined up, rounds out. Oh, the Concept 1B walked into that one. He took a direct hit as well. There's 361. Both of them got rid of their stun fairly quickly, so they probably used their first aid kits. That means they're going to be on cooldown. Meanwhile, we've got these guys on the corner holding our guys back. Now you've got a bit of reticule wobble there and bloom. Remember, it's only 4 degrees either side of the center line, so if you do move the tank, you get quite a bit of reticule bloom. We stun both of them again, and that E100 is a one-shot. That was the enemy Arty firing him. And I think we know where the enemy Arty is now. They're somewhere on A2 or B2. Okay, we're loaded. Rounds out straight away, trying to catch them. And he did get the E100. He splashed him to death. And he's stunned the Concept 1B, so he's holding back for the moment. He's probably still in cooldown on his first aid kit. The enemy appear to be putting their strength over on the east side of the map at the moment. Rounds out the Concept 1B. Splashes him for 285. Soul Collector's going up to kill him. Oh, yes, he just derped him. And that means Oxagon picked up the stun assist off that one. 731 hit points. Okay, they've now got to deal with the 277 who's holding that corner. We're almost loaded. This is going to be fun because if he can get the stun on this guy, it'll hold him back. And Soul Collector's ready. He is stunned. Soul Collector gets an 808 hit. So it's working. Oxagon's picking up loads of stun assist and Soul Collector gets the kill. Much easier because of course the enemy is stunned. He can't react. Okay, we're looking for an M5Y now. We're loaded. Rounds out. Oh, he has the sense to pull back, but he still gets stunned. Soul Collector's going for his rear, and 888 there. Or was it 808? I'm not sure how much he actually got off the M5Y off that one, but it's showing as 108 stun assists. Okay, we've got a EBR-90 being a nuisance, but we're heading over to the other side of the map because there are a number of tanks over here that we can hit and help our teammates. That Bosch 155 is going to have to stop to make shots. Rounds out. Oh, that was damaging to him. And he's out the game. And there's somebody up there. There is an Arty in that area because I just saw the tracer coming out those bushes down below, so I'm pretty certain there's an Arty in the vicinity. I think he's actually behind those bushes, not actually up the hill there where he's aiming. Rounds out. It's very long firing range at the moment. It might help him actually to move further north to get closer to these enemies so they can so he can shorten the reaction time. One of the enemy Arties has actually moved into the corner, and oh, he just got hit by the other Arty on our team. The other Arty being a batch at 155.55. Unfortunately, their EBR just took out our Malshan. There's the GW. And there's the Striv. Now, he might have actually hit that Striv while he was sitting in that corner. Rounds out in the Striv. Direct hit! Well, that's bound to have hurt him, but Soul Collector's now in trouble because he's got an EBR just the other side of the rock. And I think the EBR is being fired on by the E4, but he might actually be being hit by somebody else as well. The GW keeps popping up, but Oxagon's holding for the Striv. There he is. Oh, and he gets killed before the shell arrives. It would have been a kill shot for sure. There's only one enemy left. It's the EBR 90. Now, we can't see him, and that probably means he's headed this direction. He probably knows that the RT is over here. Soul Collector can't see him at the moment. Now, the view range for this RT is only 270 meters, so he's not going to see that EBR 90 until he's really close. But Soul Collector gets the last kill of the game. The EBR's dead, and that's the end. Well, here's the end of battle results, and that's yet another ace tanker for Oxagon in the 212A. He managed to bruise the medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 9. And he got another Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. Let's have a look at the team score and see where he was. Well, on this occasion, again, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. Actually, that went to Soul Collector, his platoon mate. He got 4,261 hit points out of that one. The second highest damage turned out to be the Striv 1030 on our team with 4,116. And the third highest damage went to Oxagon, who managed 3,179 hit points of actual damage. When it came to kills, the Soul Collector got 4 kills out of that game. 2 kills went to the Wizzy 111 Quillin. 2 kills also went to the Striv 1030 and the Foch on our team, as well as the Malshan. And only 2 members of the enemy team managed to get 2 kills, and that was their Striv 103B and the M46 Patton. We can see Oxagon only got the 1 kill in that game, but at least he put in a huge amount of damage on the enemy, and that's one of the reasons why his platoon are the top on base XP. Soul Collector got 1,161, Oxagon got 1,117, and it really helped that Oxagon was stunning the tanks, which then Soul Collector was going in and shooting, and he was picking up a huge hit, and Oxagon was getting the stun assist off it, so it really worked for the platoon in general. 13 shots fired, 4 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetration. Well, that's interesting. Who did he penetrate in that one? Well, it turned out to be the Object 277. He actually got a hit for 1,029 hit points in total, which is surprising because the 277 does have good armor. So I presume that he actually hit the engine deck on that occasion, and it actually did manage to go through. He also got 16 splashes on the enemy, 3,179 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters, damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 1 of them, and did 2,706 hit points of stun assist off 16 stuns. He earned 38,690 credits for the battle, and after ammunition resupply and consumables took away 19,009 credits profit, 1,117 XP, 838 for tactical training, 251 for playing in a platoon, and 2,765 experience points altogether. So 3 really excellent games, all ending up in an ace tanker, and 2 of them getting Confederates as well. And yes, I'm sure that Oxagon was very happy with that weekend's gaming. Or was it the weekend, or was it the... It says here that it was November the 8th. Yes, so that was actually yesterday. It was Monday. No, Tuesday, sorry. On Tuesday's gaming. So well done to Oxagon. If you enjoyed that week, those replays, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.